Ancient China. The written word. Writing developed from very early times in ancient China. Before people had paper, they wrote on thin bamboo strips, cutting characters for their words into the wood from top to bottom. Many of the early writings were government records. They are kept to this day. A way of making paper was developed in China over 1,800 years ago. Bark, roots, rags, and old fish nets were pounded into a pulp and then dried on screens to make sheets of paper. During the Tang Dynasty, the Chinese also invented a way of printing by carving text and pictures onto wooden blocks. While European scholars were copying books by hand, the Chinese were inking wooden blocks and stamping them onto sheets of paper, which were then stitched together to make books. Chinese writing uses symbols for words and phrases and is read vertically, down and up, rather than horizontally, side to side. Some characters have up to 26 brush strokes. The Chinese made writing into an art form called calligraphy. The first emperor, Qin Shi Huangdi, ordered a common form of writing so that all the scholars could read the language. This writing stayed much the same until recent times. Calligraphy. Practical solutions. The ancient Chinese were far ahead of the rest of the world in inventing practical ways to solve problems. Many of the tools and gadgets we use today were invented by the ancient Chinese. They developed wheelbarrows about 1,300 years before Europeans copied the idea. Their inventions of paper, printing, gunpowder, and the compass made a great difference to our world. Other early Chinese inventions that we use today include matches, the wok, and mechanical clocks. This compass has a wooden fish and a piece of metal floating in a bowl of water. We call it a compass, but the ancient Chinese called this invention a south-pointing fish. It is thought that kites were first flown in China over 2,000 years ago. Trace harnesses were developed during the Han Dynasty, greatly increasing an animal's pulling power. The fishing reel developed from a gadget for bringing back javelins used in battle. Engineer Li Chun designed an arched bridge in AD 610 that was stronger and used fewer bricks than other bridges. Ancient Chinese ships used rudders for steering over 1,000 years before European ships used them. This is the view from one of the towers of the Great Wall of China.